We are live, we are here, and we are now. We're doing a third stream, a noon stream. And, yeah. Trying to get more hours in so I can make this seem more like it's the job that I'm trying to do than just, an excuse to play games. Though it's kind of that too. Anyways, we're doing Feed the Beast Revelations. We're starting a new game with I want to put in a lot of funny numbers, but I don't think I'm allowed to. Okay. I think that's a good mix of the numbers. So that should be good. Customize. I know this is a little bit cheaty, but I don't like the thorns. So I'm gonna do that also. Streamberg. That is the name of our world. The new world. The good world. I have high hopes for this world. I have low hopes for not yawning very much during this stream. I have yet to have any caffeine in my day, and given my natural intake of caffeine, that is possibly a problem. The Marbles on stream. I think the last one I did, I had a headache from the start of it, because up till that time, I didn't drink any caffeine at all. You can even see my need for caffeine just on my face naturally. But, anyways, we're getting into it. Just got a gator loaded, which is always the slowest part, I think, of the game. Given that on my first stream of Minecraft I died about, say, 10 times, I think we're gonna immediately switch it over onto peaceful, just because I'm a nerd. Let's see where. Let me get this out of here. Goodbye. Okay, here we are. Goody goody. Okay, something changed. I think it's loading more proper now. There we go. That seems right to me. Okay. Starting off a little bit slow on the frame rate, but that's expectable. Okay. My computer is not very high-end, and modded Minecraft, to a certain extent, is some of the limits of what I've got. Okay. Here we go. Also, the FOV, I wanted 90, not quite pro. So that's better. 1 second again. Hopefully nothing too bothery. There we go. Okay. Just gathering up some foliage before we head into the woody wilderness. Okay. The food we don't really need, but the rice, while that is a food, can be used to make a replacement for slime balls. Which, if we don't get into... Oh, that's got everything in it already. If we don't go into easy mode anytime soon, we'll probably need to use the rice instead. So, onward and inward, I suppose. Well, that's more of a reference to the Dark Souls stream than an actual thing here. First things first, of course. Punch tree, get wood. And we've got nausea. Good job, Harlem. You've, successfully... Oh, dang. Skipped frames. I suppose that makes sense. If it's heavy on the PC, may not be great. Okay. Let me move this to 6 chunks. No, 6. People don't like it if it's less than 60, so we're gonna do that. There. Okay, we're making the game look worse, but it's for a good cause. I hope. No, it's not for a good cause. That's a lie. But I'm hoping I can reduce the skipped frames here. Maybe I'll just have to go to regular Minecraft. But modded Minecraft is my thing, man. It's a bit of a shame if it won't work. I'm gonna hold out for just a little bit longer. And see what happens, I suppose. There we go. And that's our mini setup here. Oh, I suppose we have to get a house built. Besides the tables, we need a house. Because without a house, you have no home. And if you don't have a home, what are you doing? This is Minecraft. You've got to build a home. But a good spot for a home, that is the question. Because I'd like to have a mine entrance in or near the home. This doesn't bode well, I gotta admit. What is it? F3A. That worked somewhat. Duh. More skipped frames. Hello, hello. It's gone pretty good. I'm trying to do modded Minecraft, Mr. Gaming Python, but the mod seems to be taking too much of my CPU. So I might have to switch to regular Minecraft. Or at least a lighter mod pack. And also, I'm planning on keeping on with the 12 o'clock stream that I'm doing here right now for the foreseeable future. But yeah, unless the frame drops disappear, I'm going to have to do something else. Because that's not appealing to look at, even if it isn't freezing my game entirely. But we'll see, we'll see. I think I've got to wait for 2 minutes before it mentions anything about the dropped frames. But we'll continue. Until then. Goodness. With skipped frames, the problem isn't so much that it's lagging like it's an internet problem. It's a CPU problem. And yes, my computer is struggling. It's showing its signs of massive age. Still not a good place to put a house. Also, I'm not getting any more dropped frames. I think my settings have helped, but it's still not a very good look, I gotta admit. Okay. I suppose one of my problems is that there are too many trees to get a good idea of the landscape. But I think we'll probably settle down near a village if we can find one. That's, I think, what we're gonna do. I think a lot of things, I'll admit. But I believe I have a Minecraft account for the Bedrock edition. And if we had multiple players on a server through that, also I think I dropped frames there. Definitely in-game frames, but back onto the topic. Bedrock edition of Minecraft, so that has crossplay and stuff, if I'm not mistaken. That would be my solution to the Minecraft problem, because then the interesting stuff that the mods would have added are instead added by the interactions between people. But there again, like with the Dark Souls thing, I'm relying on other people to make my stream interesting, which is not necessarily a good thing. But for now, as we are here, pretty much got to do what we can. Okay. I'm going to place my junk down here and make a few stencils. There it is. Okay. First things first. Now we need 2 wood. What's this? Oh, we can't even use that. I think it might just be for bow and arrow. That's kind of lame. Let me check the river cane. No, that doesn't have any mix-ups with that mod. Okie dokie. We're getting through it. We're getting through it. If a dwarf digs a diggy hole, would an elf chop a choppy tree? These are the questions that require true answers. And that did count for sticks. I was wrong in thinking that it didn't. Okay. Now our next step is, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, the shovel, the axe, and another stick. There we go. Okay. I was almost going to make 22 tool rods, which would have been a very sad day. Okay. Make 2 of those. Oh, we need more stencils. Okay. Bam. 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 Ciao. Okay. One of these here, one of those there. I think I did that wrong. Yep, okay. There we go. Goody goody. Okay. Now the pattern chest goes here, part chest goes here, and this goes next to that. There we go. A little bit better. There we go. That looks good. Oh, to me. And no more dropped frames notifications. So as poor as this looks relative to what it could look, it's good for gameplay. Good enough for it, at least. So, yes. Now we've actually got to make the tools. If I'm not mistaken. No, that's just a wrong. There. So this would be stick, axe, shovel. Okie dokie. I'm gonna make a name here. A name for the namiest of names. Which would be... The Python. Ka-chow. And then... the Matic gets to be... the Joshi. There you go. Okay, now it's getting dark, so might as well go mining, because there's not anything else interesting to see here. Oh, alright, now that I think about it, the actual first step for mining should just be stone, because then we can make a quicker pickaxe. Okay, back to this. Now we get that, now we get that. Good. Upgrades. Like that one meme. Upgrades, people, upgrades. Oh. I think it gave out. Crashed hard. I feel like if I cut the max frame rate to about 30, that would solve my problems, because I never really noticed that much of a difference. But, like I mentioned before, people will complain if it's not 60 FPS. So maybe I just, I don't notice much. But regardless. Right, I think the second thing to upgrade here now would be the axe. And the shovel. Shovel here, axe there. Okay. Now, one at a time. There we go. You've now been upgraded to stone. And as much as I wish our excavator was on, we're doing things real time. No cheatsy weetsies here. At least not on stream, that is. Huzzah. Okie dokie. Huh? What are we trying to do here? Right. I think Britannia is actually a simple enough thing to do, but we'll have to get to Y level 63 to find iron, if I'm not mistaken. Though 54, at least for certain versions of the game, is the best Y level to do it at. So we'll try that after we grab some more coal. And we will need more furnaces, but we will get more furnaces in due time. But at the moment, yeah, we're just gonna have to diggy hole. I think a 3x3 might be the best, because then we can just drop down into it later. Oh, aluminum. 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 Yeah, that guy. Honestly, for as memey as that personal karaoke dude singing the Numa Numa song, or Dragustad and Tay. That song kind of slaps, I gotta be honest. If I'm not mistaken, the translation is very difficult to do properly, because there's a bunch of phrases that only really work in the original language. I think it's Romanian. But the general idea is that, at least from what someone said, the person is a painter, and there's this person that brings color into his life, you know? And I never got any of that from listening to it on my own, but the song itself just, you know, it slaps. It's pretty good. So there's 2 blocks and then 1. Alright. But yeah. I could definitely listen to that song on repeat for a while. Oh, hey, a piece of copper. Oh, hey, a piece of copper. Oh, hey, a piece of copper. Okay. Goody, goody. Let's see. We are at 58. I said 54, but I think it's actually in between those 2 numbers. It's 56. Maybe that's wrong. Nah, I don't know. I don't think we have World Gen on here. Let me check. Oh, we do. Okay. Oh, the spike is definitely lower. That's not how it was before. But yep, 63 is the start. Definitely not going to Y10 anytime soon. But 54 is the local spike. So I guess I was right the first time. Whoop. Or as they'd say in mathematics, the local maxima. Or maximum. I'll probably want to save this ore for now. So I think we're gonna just pop it in the chest here. Pop, pop. Ping, pow. Okay. And then another idea might just be to take this repair bench down with me. If we can find some Certus quartz crystals, that would probably be nice, because that will allow us to make a diamond level pickaxe, I think. Maybe obsidian, but regardless. Well, then again, it may also just be iron. So we'll have to find out together. Okay. Bang, bam, pop, pop. Oh, right. 54. 2, 3, 4. Okay, we'll just continue this way. Indefinitely. I might actually turn up my brightness, however, because for reasons. See, was it video settings? Yeah. that's probably lost a lot of its contrast. But that's irrelevant. Because I still don't need to use torches because I'm a wimp who's playing on peaceful. Excuse me, I forgot to press this button right here. Provided this button is doing what I thought it did. That was probably inaudible. But oh well. We're just mining and mining and mining. I'm minding my own business. Hurrah. Okay. It's a fair bit of copper, but not very much of anything else. I'd have to make a copper pickaxe. Actually, back on that. Oh. 54 and 50... Okay. So it may be a lot more rewarding just to continue downward. It's good that this is slate and not basalt, because I would be burning up. How's this look? Pretty much the same, I gotta be honest. I had hoped that would look a lot more polished. Oh well. Maybe. Just maybe. No. Okay. We tried. Oh, broken pick again. There we go. Couple more blocks down more. We'll get to it eventually. I was looking at some different categories for streaming on Twitch, and I decided to see just how many people were streaming on just chatting. And despite the tip that someone I don't, they're not even necessarily an acquaintance so much, it's just a person I saw on Twitch giving tips for being a streamer. He said when you're doing, especially when you're doing viewer interaction stuff, it's good to go between whatever you're actually doing and just chatting, because there's a lot more people looking on just chatting for a stream to go to than there are on whatever anything else you're doing. So I had thought to do that, but while I did for one stream, I didn't do it that often. Excuse me. But looking through and just seeing how many other people are trying to, I guess, live the same dream I'm trying to live, it's a little bit disheartening, because at the very least they look like they have better streams than I do. And better for this type of thing is definitely subjective, but it's just, there's so many of them. So many of them. And I guess it's the same for Minecraft, really. Everybody has played Minecraft, everybody wants to play Minecraft, so of course they're going to stream it, and make, like I said earlier, the excuse just to play the game. But I guess it's more than an excuse in that case, because it's you are trying to do the stream, and you're doing Minecraft because it's something you love, and you'd love to make a living playing it. Dog's going off. I think my VR thing came in. That would make sense. The mail, it's supposed to come today, but it didn't come with USPS, so it came a little later. I assume that's what that is now. But anyways, going back on to what I did. I suppose if not wanting to assume anything here, if I manage to become a successful streamer where I can make this my living, I would probably end up being like, oh, why wasn't me? How did I manage to get here? And while that's a valid, concern or thought, it's the same thing as what I'm feeling now, just when I get it, instead of being happy with what I have, I'll just be sad in a different way. And if that's going to be what's going to happen, is it really worth being a Twitch streamer? And I guess I never really thought about that. I make a good point, I guess. Man, now I got myself in the dumps. But what should happen, in my personal opinion, is rather than feeling like somebody else should have gotten into the place that I did, while that might be valid, I should be thankful that I got to where I did, in that hypothetical. And I would be appreciative, not to say people who are suffering with imposter syndrome or whatever that thing is called aren't grateful. It's just, I think they're focusing on the wrong end of their situation. And if it's a thing you can't help, of course you can't help it. But some people say, while it's a thing you have to work on, you can help it. Your attitude, your outlook. And at least for me, I can control that. I'm grateful for the ability to do that. But if I ever get big, anybody who's watching this, and I start to question why I'm here, please redirect me to this. Because I'm in a state right now where I think I do have the answer I want to have in that situation. Just be glad you are where you are, because you are there. If you don't deserve something but you get it anyways, you don't say, "Oh man, you've made me feel awful." You say, "Thank you very much." And that's the feeling I hope to keep, if that happens. Okay. Alright, we need a source of water, but to move it we need a source of bucket. No copper buckets. That is sad. Very, very sad. Okay. So we failed to find iron because I forgot to keep looking. So we'll go down here one more time, find a nice little spot to get down to. And once we get down there, we'll just dig to the side. 28 seems fine enough, I suppose. We're not at diamond level yet, but don't think we need to be at diamond level. Also, judging by the journey map, if we want a cave system, or at least a ravine here, we'll have to go this way instead. And that means we dig down one, and then we continue. Oh, more gravel. That's fine. I was, you know what? This is a Minecraft stream, so I am playing Minecraft. I'll keep it in the title. But I think I'm going to move over to just chatting, because I think my talking might be more relevant than anything else here. And my browser's frozen. Alright. I'll do that in a minute. Oh, hey, iron. That's what we're looking for, right? Anyways, I think my talking might be a little bit more impressive than my gameplay. So I'm going to move over to just chatting in a little bit. Despite the massive amount of other streamers there, it still technically is a higher chance of gaining an audience than in some place where the only reason you're watching a Minecraft stream... Oh no, my mouse has given up. Come on, I just bought you. Okay. The only reason they're watching a Minecraft stream is because of who's streaming it. So it might actually be harder to get an audience here than anywhere else. Darn this useful ore that I have no idea how to use. Okay, yeah. Chrome is chrome-eyed, glassy-eyed, whatever. Okay. And something's taking a little bit of a hard load here. Okay. I think everything's a little bit tough here now. Yeah. My computer is not doing too good. Okay. It's taking its hard time very well. My stream manager is 4 tabs over and it's highlighting each one in between. One more. Over, come on. Man, this is taking a little bit. Oh. Almost there. There we go. We've clicked on the stream manager tab. Yep, I suppose it doesn't help that I have 30 tabs open. Doesn't help at all. But I should still be able to... You know what? I think I'm going to pull this tab out and close every other tab. And give it a good old great reset. At least try to. While that's loading, I can actually use Minecraft fairly fine. So I'm probably going to do that. Not because I think it'll make it go faster, but because it will make the stream actually have something moving on it besides my face. Which I think will be useful to have more movement. Don't know why, but I have a good feeling more movement makes more better. Okay. Okie dokie. Okay, this is the only Chrome thing open now, but it's taking a bit to open, so we're just gonna ignore it. Well, diamonds. Oh, more diamonds. And I put my thing back for this. Man, I should have just kept it so I could repair stuff here. Okay, so I see V shards over there and there. And over there. 2 types. So I think, well, we could go over there. I kind of want the diamonds sooner than later. And we do have some iron ore. So I think, I can't even make the ladders. Right. You know what, we're just gonna make the pickaxe first. Actually, level diamond is just an iron pick, so that's totally fine. What was I talking about before? I remember being thankful rather than... Okay, that associates with a fair bit of other stuff in my life right now, but... Well, not right now, just generally speaking. But, yeah. Instead of feeling bad that you took someone else's place, be thankful that you got that place. I think that's applicable to a lot of stuff, really. But anyways, smelting time. That just makes it more efficient. I like my efficiency when I'm cooking stuff. You don't want to waste a single piece of coal. Do we have that manual? Yeah. Can chuck that right over in the garbage. This slate is garbage. Blah. We mentioned a house, and then I never actually built one. So I think we're gonna do that about now. Okay. We're gonna get that, and we're gonna get more of that. Okay. Iron pickaxe. Oh, we could have used a bucket. Not necessarily, though. I think for now this is probably our best option here. But I also want the chisel. Because now we can take this monstrous set of things and make some pretty patterns with it. Okay. Well, I like the bricks. Probably going to do... For the floor, I think ornate. For the walls, we're going to do arrayed bricks. And then for the ceiling, realistically, you wouldn't use stone for a ceiling, but we're gonna use twisted just because. The first assault beverage, twisted tea. And I also think that because I'm a lazy jerk, we are going to not pick up the things or dig a floor. These will be our floor, so we don't have to walk around them. Let's pretend that didn't happen. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's the end of that road here. Okay. Alright. Sounds good. Okie dokie. I don't think we have enough for any more here. So at the moment, we'll add a wall. A good wall will have an overhang, which would allow spiders to get, or would not allow spiders to climb over. I think, I don't know if people have really worked that out in the sense of have it built into their structures, but kind of like castle turrets, but on the side, so it juts out rather than up. That would be pretty good for that. No, what was it? Arrayed bricks. I can add on to this later if I want. I'll probably cover up that slate with something that looks better. But yeah, I think I'll add a third layer here. And then after that third layer we can do the horizontal battlements. And while monsters will spawn on it, because it's low and not actually on the top, that will prevent the monsters from actually just being able to spawn on there and walk over into the area, because there will be more roof, ceiling, mixture, whatever. Unless spiders can spawn on that one block as well, or if they just torched it, it wouldn't matter for either of them. That would be fine. And we will probably end up torching it too. But I'm also concerned about when I inevitably lead some of them back here. That would be useful. Oh, that's the last of that. Okay. Now, because they can jump, we'll want to have it on the third block up. Right, we'll just need to do that, I think. Oh, that solves that. Okay, and then with that we don't have to worry about. Alright. Just heard a chomping and eating noise. Not a very welcoming sound. Okie dokie. Oh, wrong cobblestone. There we go. This definitely looks strange, but I think it's a good kind of strange in that it's just one. It kind of works, I think. It's not at all what was expected, but it's something that works. Okay. It's definitely one tone, or at least one hue, which is to say no hue, zero saturation. I think we gotta make some decorations in due time to fix that up. Right. We still want that bucket for farm, but at the moment we will want to take this back up and go out and down with it. Now, if I remember correctly, it's over here, which I do remember correctly because it is. Nope. Down we go. Not there, but here. I'm not wearing armor. That's fine. Now, resonating ore is a basically endgame power solution. Not endgame because you require endgame materials, but because it provides enough power for endgame, provided you put enough time into it to make it efficient enough. Okay, I see some small iron ore, some regular iron ore. I'm assuming that's small or regular sulfur ore, given its yellowish hue. Okay, we've got diamonds there, and diamonds there. So I think we're just going to hop on over. And more than likely, I should either wimp out even more and put, does it keep inventory on? Which I'm probably not going to do. Or I should leave my Akashic Tome at home. Right, these are just roots, they are not vines. I should try and not make that mistake again. Because that will be the end of me. Okay. We are here. We got the diamonds. 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 Yeah. For good speakers, you're not supposed to drop the D or the T or whatever hard consonant comes at the end of some words. You're not supposed to soften them. But diamonds doesn't really... Diamonds... A D sound to like a kind of a Z sound, it really doesn't work. I don't know how it's supposed to be pronounced without saying nz rather than dz. Because to make the hard D sound, to make that sound, you have to have a vowelish sound afterward, like do, da, di, diamond. Not much of it usually. I'm exaggerating just for the sake of making it known. But without that, you don't have the letter. You don't have the letter. You just have an N or a other letter. Whatever one comes before the hard consonant, I suppose. But, let's see, where are we? We have the diamonds. And now we're going over to the other set of diamonds that are around here somewhere. I think they were closer over here. Yep, there they are. Let's just make sure we're not going to screw ourselves over too badly. Okay. Okay, that's more than 6 blocks deep. That is... If you fell from a great height into a shallow lava pool, you might have a chance. But if you fell from a great height into this type of lava pool, you're not climbing back up before you die. At least not at over 6 deep. Blech. Anyways, now we have to get back. And because I forgot about doing the ladder thing, or getting the crafting table to make the stone ladders, we're just gonna have to use whole blocks. Which is saddening. Though I could technically make stone torches, but that's not really relevant to this. Once again. Bop, bop, pow. Bitty bop, bop. Bang, pow. Okay. Oh, water. At least we get obsidian and stuff now down there. Okay. I think diamond tipping your material used to make it diamond level, or I think obsidian level, the level of a diamond pickaxe. but they changed it in an update to just increase it by 1 up to obsidian. So an iron pickaxe could become an obsidian level pickaxe, provided it was, you know, iron and not anything else. I may be wrong on this. I'm going to check with the Python here. And we need to make this 2 blocks taller. Well, 1 block taller, but 2 blocks would be the safest, so it'd be 6 blocks high for maximum defense. This would be better if it was a larger, more kind of spacious, wider and longer. Not taller, just wider and longer. Because then it'd be a more efficient usage of the blocks than just going higher and higher and higher. But then again, I can just cut down a wall and move it. Okay. What were we going to do again? I think it had something to do with pickaxes, right? Okay. Diamond. Okay, it increased it from iron to diamond, but it did not make it any better. Or any better than diamond. Okay. Now we have 3 more iron ore. We can use that to make a bucket. But what would you use the bucket for? That over there. I think if this lake looks pretty enough, at least pretty enough for being in a stony wasteland, we can make this better. I think I might keep it here. Okay. Keep that, drop that, make that look all right. Probably drop that. And replace a lot of this with dirt, more than likely. We'll actually end up filling this. This is kind of a moderately useless area, though maybe not. I think if we were able to make this a 3x3, that would look fine. Just as a little offshoot for bucketing water. Or if we just closed it up to a 2x2. That might be easier. Well, it is easier, but is it good? Crop that up. Kind of a little alcove area. If I blocked this off, we'd have that there. Yeah, it's a neat little area. I might have to expand it a block out if we're to do any botany here. Botanica. But besides that, yeah, that should be fine. Good source of water located. At least a closer source of water than whatever this is over here. Brain. Okay, this way. This is more water, but not better water. Okay, donkey. I think our next objective after this will be to find sand. Okay. That is homey now. It is not a housey, it is a homey. Okay. Now, normally I would let this last till 2 o'clock because it is Minecraft and I can talk fairly well. I did not move it over to just chatting like I wanted to. But for now, I'm going to end the stream. So I hope everybody who's watching now or in the future has had a good time here. And I hope